Media Service. In this lesson, we will create a media service. And we will look at the API for saving static files and try to upload the file through the Postman client in practice. And so let's start. Open the global env file. Pay attention to the block with media. As you can see, there is nothing new for us here, so let's copy everything into the main env file. Let's go to the Docker-compose file. Let's expand the DB, we are familiar with all the parameters. And also configs for the service. If we look, we won't see anything new. Okay, now let's go to the service and open the package.json file. Let's write our common. Let's look at the dependencies we need. We can see CORS, Cross-Origin Resource Sharing. CORS is an HTTP header-based mechanism that allows a server to indicate any origins, domain, scheme, or port, other than its own from which a browser should permit loading resources. There is also a formidable module, a Node.js module for parsing form data, especially file uploads. I will leave links to sources if you are not familiar. Study as homework. Let's open the console and install our npm dependencies first. Okay, now we can build the service for us. Our service has gone astray. Let's check in the Docker interface. We see that everything is well raised. Let's check in the browser for our port. Let's move on and see that it's great. Our service is working and ready to accept requests. Open the file root express. And look at the /admin/file root. We are going to make a REST send for the admin. This root has two middlewares and a run control area. First middleware checks the secret key that protects our router from unwanted persons. It is very simple. From the request that comes in, we get the secret in the header and check it for validity, which is stored in our global environment file. The second middleware parses our request using the formidable module. To parse date forms, we need to pass the name of the field. Next, we have to fill in our body. For this we use incoming form, which takes the multiples parameter, which allows parsing multiple files. And if the parser finds the file, then we push it to our body and pass it to the controller. Let's go to the controller. Open the module, locale, controller. Admin validation here is the simplest and you can study it yourself and improve it if necessary. The logic run is very simple. We create an object upload files and pass the path to save the file. Next, we call the upload function and pass our file from the request body. If we have a flag for deleting a file in the header, we delete it. And finally we create a log and return the response. Let's take a quick look at the upload files class. This loader class is advanced. It can check for MIME type, file size. Generate file name by default using timestamp. This object has three functions: creation, removal, record. We will not stop what to see in detail, you will do this as homework. And now let's open the Postman client and see how our service works. Let's create a new request. Specify a name, choose a method. Next, we need to go to the body and select form date. In the key field, specify our field name that we specified in mid-elver and select any file to send. Let's send. We see a secret error. This worked our middleware, which we delivered. Let's copy our private key and put it in the header. We try again, we see the following error. The fact is that we have not created a directory where the file will be stored. Let's create and write in the header the corresponding parameter, the name module. We send again, we see that everything is fine and we can find our file in the following path. You can send another file and everything will be perfectly saved. Let's remember that we can delete old files when writing a new one. We need to specify a new parameter divides the file into a header. Let's put this parameter in the header and copy the old file name, which we will delete. We send and see that we have created a new file, and the old file has been deleted. We repeat several times and see that everything works fine.